I think that I have Murphy's Law of craft hitting me again. I ended up wanting to do something for Halloween, and I remembered that I had these holiday gnome diamond paintings that I had got from Amazon, and I thought, well, I will just open up the Halloween one and do kind of a review of the diamond painting when I'm finished, and then you can see what they look like as well. The Halloween one, which I have started already because I, like I said, did the unboxing, and I think I was 15 minutes into working on the diamond painting, maybe even a little bit more, and hadn't hit the record button. So there you go. The November one that I was going to give away last year and then didn't, I put it aside because I just didn't have enough subscribers. But it looks like I'd hit 100 subscribers sometime while I wasn't doing any videos. And so I thought, well, this would be a good time to do a giveaway. I will get back to showing you the Halloween gnome diamond painting that I had already started, but I wanted to go ahead and I'll unbox this because this is what I'm going to give away. And I think probably I will go maybe a couple weeks out, so maybe around mid-November I will announce the winner of this diamond painting. It doesn't have, anyway, they all come in these packages like this. I'm not big on gnomes, but they were cute and they were seasonal, and I thought, well, they might be fun to do at the very least. So this is the Christmas one, and as usual they all come with the little packet with the cheap diamond pen and the wax and a few bags and the little green holder for the drills, and you end up with a ton of them if you are doing any amount of diamond painting over time. And these are the drills. I'm not going to open this because I want to send it to one of you guys. Anyway, this again is the Christmas gnome diamond painting. The canvas measures about 16 by 12, and the picture itself is about 13 3/4 by 9 3/4. This one has 26 drill colors. So if you can watch to the end of the video, I will probably give you a little prompt, and if you can answer that in the comments section, be a subscriber, like, and comment, and I will randomly pick a winner, like I said, around the middle of November. I'm going to include this diamond pin as part of the giveaway that goes with the gnome, and it actually is just identical to mine that I use, this acrylic with all the pretty little flowers in it, if you can see it. But this is the pin, and you get all these different sized drill ends to go with it, and you get a little bit of wax. So this will go with the giveaway for the Christmas gnome. But this is the Halloween one that I started, and this one has 34 drills. The drills were nice bright colors, these oranges, and like these yellows are really nice bright colors, really pretty fall colors, Halloween colors, green, I always think green and purple, Halloween colors. And the one that I started with was up in this top left corner. I don't always start in the same place. Sometimes I start at the bottom, sometimes I start at the top. I tend to do one color at a time, at least as best I can, unless it's a really large diamond painting, which I have right underneath here. It's the Christmas tree with the deer that I got from Diamond Art Club. It's this one here. Very beautiful painting. I started last year and of course didn't finish. And I just, like I said, I tend to put them underneath my large cutting mat, and I do that for a couple of reasons. Number one, to protect it, and then it still allows me to do other crafts if I'm doing other crafts on top. It also flattens my diamond painting really well. So with these, you know, you roll them the opposite direction that they come, and a lot of times that will help flatten them out a little bit, but it doesn't flatten them out enough usually for what I like to do. So I tend to keep them underneath here, and then the weight of this mat and whatever else I'm doing on top tends to flatten these out much nicer. So I was telling you that I worked in this corner to start with. Peeled it back, and I think that these are definitely the double-sided tape. I'd already poured some out and had started to work on this corner up here. You can look in the packages and see that they are decent drills. I mean, they may not be the high-quality drills that you get from Diamond Art Club, but you know, I think they're still nice enough, and it gives you something to do if you like doing diamond painting. It also gives you something to do if you don't want to do a great big diamond painting, or you don't want to spend a lot of money on one because you either, you know, don't know if you're going to like it, or like I said, you just want to do something small. They appeared to be sticking pretty well. I know that I get awful personal sometimes when I'm doing my videos, and maybe you guys just want the facts, ma'am. I just want the facts. Just show me how to do it. Let me see the unboxing and just get on with it. But that's not me. And that's, chances are, I mean, there's going to be many of those, maybe, those types of videos that I do. But if I'm doing a craft project and I'm showing you the craft project, more than likely, I'm probably going to chat. But what I wanted to say was that I had briefly mentioned about life getting in the way and joy kind of falling by the wayside, and how important it is to find joy. I struggle with depression, and it's hard. I know I'm not the only person on the planet that has these types of struggles. And I guess I want to say, you know, you're not alone. I think people don't like to talk about it, and I'm not usually one of those people that don't like to talk about it. I mean, not really this publicly, probably, but I just was letting you know that that was mostly the biggest reason why I didn't craft, or didn't do any videos. One way of coping in times of stress, you know, my therapist always talks about meditation. I know she's always bringing up Louisa Hay too, and I'm thinking, oh my God, it's not another Louisa Hay quote, please, not another one. But she quotes the same quotes, and new ones too, occasionally, all the time. And you know, they probably what helped her, and she really connects to Louisa Hay. Well, Wayne Dyer. There's a few others. I'm not disciplined enough to do meditation. I have asthma and I have allergies, and so I have a lot of trouble with regular meditation. I can't do breath work. I never have been. I always feel like I'm hyperventilating. And then if I'm just trying to sit down and do a meditation with just some music and my own mind, I cannot track. I just can't stay on it. My mind just wanders too much, and pretty soon I just say, I'm going to give up. So for me, and it might help you too if you have trouble with meditation, is guided meditations. And when I'm giving readings to people or giving them information, I mean, they ask a lot about things that they can do to connect to their higher self, to God, to their spirit guides, to ascended masters, angels, you know. And I always recommend guided meditations because they help keep your mind on track. If you have somebody kind of talking to you and guiding you through the meditation, it's just helpful. So if you have trouble meditating, I would try that. Aeolia, this are on iTunes. You can see these up here. Is who I always recommend. He has just really beautiful meditations. I mean, there are plenty of meditations that you can do. There's lots of free ones on YouTube that are nice meditations as well. You kind of hunt for them. I don't mind purchasing meditations if they're wonderful, and I've purchased several of his. But anyway, again, find joy. That's all I'm going to say. Find joy somehow and stay on it. So I am going to continue to work on these blues. And the one thing too about gnomes, I mean, you know, if you look at their noses and their hats and the way that they have got this particular rendition, I mean, it doesn't take much to know that that's a bat. I mean, it's not a lot of deep detail that you find in the really large diamond paintings. In the comments section, just let me know what your favorite holiday is. Is it Christmas? Is it Halloween? Is it one of the other holidays? And that's basically the question for winning the Christmas gnome diamond painting. Something I wanted to mention is, I don't know if these drills are a little larger than, I don't know, say the Diamond Art Club that I've bought diamond paintings from, other than, well, AliExpress, and of course here with Amazon. But I don't know if these cheaper drills are larger in some respect, or there are enough of them that aren't quite the same size. I don't know. Because normally, I mean, I don't have any trouble getting them picked up one at a time and putting them on, but I will have a little bit of difficulty if I'm doing the larger spacers. Like this is like a 4. I don't often use the bigger ones unless I'm working on the big diamond paintings and they're just a lot of one color, and then I'll use the bigger ones. But this is fine for like 2 to 4, and whoops, and if you're doing, you know, a smaller diamond painting, it's not that big of a deal. But when I shake these, and I tried different trays, this is working a little bit better than what it was before, but I was having a lot of trouble getting them into the lines. Before I had it in this container, which comes with the kit, and you will notice that, you know, in a way these are better because they don't come out the front. And so if you get some of these bigger containers, like I have this really large one, which I do like if I've got a lot of, you know, like a bigger painting and I'm doing a lot of drills. And then you can still kind of, whoops, some of these actually come with a little tip that you can put in there, which you could probably make yourself a little tip to put in there. These, they don't come out the front. But if you see that, I don't know if you can see what happened. I shook it a lot and then pulled it down, and see, I didn't get very many. So like I said, I will show you again. You know, usually you shake them and they all really fall back into place much better, and here it doesn't. Now I put it back in this one with that opening, and it might do it a little bit better, but you see how they just don't slide very well inside these slots, and that's a little frustrating. I was trying really hard to get this done by Halloween, and I didn't mean to get it done exactly on Halloween. It took me probably 5 days I would say. And I worked on it the last couple of days quite a bit to try and get it done. I started it too late, which, that's the story of my life. Overall, I think it's cute, and I will get to showing you it in a minute. What I was showing you before, you're going to have to experiment on different types of little containers. I don't know what these are called. And the reason for that is each one of these drills, meaning colors, are just different. The black was the worst, and really, I hated doing the black on black, and it just seemed like nothing I could do allowed me to do more than one at a time, and this was all I had left of the black. And I mean, there were a few times with some of these others I just was a little worried towards the end on if I was going to have enough to finish the color. I did. I even spilt one of these drills. I think it was one of these blues. I think it was this blue here. Dumped the whole thing onto my carpet. I just, hit it with my hand, and it flipped, and then I dumped it. But some of these, this color worked pretty good in this particular container. And I think that, I was trying to remember, I think it might have been the orange ones. Oh my gosh, they were so full of static, I think, on some of them, that the minute I dumped them out, they just flew literally everywhere. And those, of course, nothing I could do with those allowed me to be able to try to get them into a row to do more than one. So those all went one at a time. And like I said, sometimes I like to do it one at a time. There's just something satisfying to me with that. But it does go faster if you do more than one. And this color is a pretty nice color. They just pick up really well, and they stick really well. They go in place really well. And I'm trying to think if there was something else I wanted to say other than being frustrated with that, the lack of being able to do more than, one at a time on those oranges, and then the static. I'm not a huge fan of round diamonds or round drills, but I think in some situations, I think like cards, I've talked about those before, and I did actually purchase some more cards that I'm going to show you at some point here. I don't mind them, and I don't mind them on the hanging window things either. But if I'm going to really put something up or give it away, I would prefer to use the square drills. I don't think I've ordered any square drills diamond paintings from Amazon. I may do that and give you a review on some of those and see how they are. I think that, like I said, this is good for what it is. And I may go ahead and frame this one. I might find a frame, and then I can always show you. Show you the frame. I was trying to think, there was something else that I had wanted to say about it, and I don't remember now. It'll come to me maybe. Would I buy these again? I think I probably would again if it's to do something small that I am going to do quickly or fairly quickly. Something I can do within a few days, if it's even a smaller project than this. I've got an idea for something, a project, and I'm going to order a diamond painting to experiment and then I'll do that and put that up. The wax for these were pretty good. I didn't have any problems with the wax. I think overall the wax did really well. It lasted for the whole diamond painting. When it came to, like I said, using different little trays for the drills, and then just, you know, finding one that's going to actually work for whichever drill you're using. What I found is if you have some in your tray and you just shake them, because no matter what you do, if you tip it to try to get them to do, whoops, see, that's what happens, but just don't do that. The best thing that I discovered for these was just to shake them and then allow them to just land where they're going to land, and then hopefully you get some that are all right side up and in a row pretty good, and then I just pick those up and then use them. And then I end up just shaking the tray again and finding 4 that are straight up and doing it, because if you try to tilt it like I just said, they're just not going to work with these. And I know they just move around a lot too. I did discover, I mean, some of it's me obviously on how I'm putting the drills down, but I did discover that these do seem to move a lot, and the more I lifted the plastic cover, the less sticky it got. Now that may be normal depending on what you're using. I don't know if I've ever noticed it on glue. And I have finished the painting. This is what it looks like. It is pretty sparkly overall, and it did turn out cute. So like I said, I probably will go ahead and put that in a small frame. I have all of these drills left. What I would say is, because it's such a short-lived, whoops, see, they just fell out, short-lived diamond painting, and I probably shouldn't have cut them all the way open. If I would have just cut them smaller, I'd have probably had less of a chance of spilling them. So my recommendation is don't cut all of the top off like I did. I think it's too much work for the short amount of time to put them all in little baggies. I'm just not going to do that. And because I did get really low on some of them, and so I think that I would recommend that you save them if you buy the 6-pack of different pictures, because some of these are probably in the other pictures as well. And if they are, then if you do run low, there might be a chance that you already have a color to finish them.